Hey everybody, this will be my kill commentary of Kyveza. Got this around like 1 o'clock last night, which as far as I know, I think makes me the first stage to actually kill it. Or first DPS to kill it. A bunch of tanks have killed it obviously, but the tank version of the fight and DPS version of the fight are basically not even close. Like the tank, because the tanks don't have to deal with one of the main mechanics of the fight, which is just the fucking insane amount of unavoidable damage you take. I honestly don't know if anyone else but a Havoc DH can kill this boss right now as a DPS. Like even I did this boss on just question mark difficulty on my Evoker just to see how it was, and even on question mark difficulty, like I was just getting my ass beat by her auto attacks in the Nether Rift, so I can't even imagine on question mark. It could maybe be doable, but I'm not even gonna bother trying it on that tune. As the current method of how I do it would just be like super fucking annoying on a caster. So yeah, have the achievement. Unfortunately, the only VOD I have is my 10% pull that was like, what do you call it? Like 30 minutes before I actually killed it. I do have the log of the kill, but I like got mad after I killed it, and I guess I didn't turn on recording again, but you can see obviously I have the achievement. I have the kill as Havoc. You know, it's legit. I didn't do any cheesing. You can see here the damage is all quite natural, makes sense. Kill time 923, which definitely is DPS kill time and not tank kill time, which I think they kill it in like 11 minutes. So I'll just talk through pretty much the VOD of the deepest pull I had before the kill. So you pretty much, I mean, just for Havoc, you're gonna want to like pre-stack your I-beam to 4 stacks, obviously. You want to obviously buff as much as you can. I ran the audio amplification, Curio, and Hattering. Those are definitely the best ones to run. I just don't think anything comes close in terms of the output it gives. And obviously you're gonna want to run Healer Brand. That's like literally critical to being able to kill it as a DPS, just because of the damage you take. So I'll talk about some of the mechanics here. I won't talk about like, you know, how to DPS as Havoc, like that's not the point of this video. So let's just go back again, because this fight is obviously really fast. So for the Nexus daggers, right, the way they work is they always, the very center one always is aimed directly at you, and you know they go off staggered. You're not having two ever go off at the same time. So as long as you remember that, even though it looks kind of crazy, all you really need to know is that as long as you move from where the last dagger was, you'll always be safe, even if it looks super sketch. So like you'll see here, I'm just like kind of stagger stepping, and I'm just always just making sure I'm moving during it. For Nether Rift, honestly, Nether Rift is like, the actual placement of it is very easy. You always know where to go, but living it is the hard part. So you'll see here, I should have honestly, I was going to like download a weak order from Lego or something, or make one for Dwarven Medicine, but I got lazy. But you'll see here, since I'm in less than meta, I didn't really focus too hard on it. I only have 2 stacks, but you always want to make sure you have a 3 stack rolling into it. I usually try, if the pots are already down, I try not to pick them up until just before I'm going to go place my Nether Rift. That way I have it rolling for 10 seconds, because the actual pull-in and the AoE damage only lasts for like 4 seconds. So that like definitely gives you more than enough time. And you're going to want to rotate, at least for Havoc, you're going to rotate either Blur or Sigil of Spite. Obviously, again, you don't have to do it on the first Nether Rift, because you're just doing so much damage. And then for Twilight Massacre, right, this is by far the hardest mechanic of the fight. Besides, I would say second is just Living Nether Rift. Just because it's sketchy every single time, almost like after 1 stack. So you'll see I just turned off my UI. I think this is literally just the best way to do it. At least for me, it's just too hard to see everything without doing this. And you're just eyeballing every single clone. Like you'll notice that the clones, like Yep, they're both like blue, the ones that are going next, but the one that's always coming next, even before you see the indicator, because if you just rely on the indicator, you need like FPS player level, like fucking, like Immortal, Valorant, whatever the highest rank of Valorant is, level reactions to be able to like turn to it and face it in time. So what I do is I'm looking for the one that loses its aura, so I know this one just lost the blue, so it's going to be next. So I face this, so I'm already looking at this, and I'm just gonna turn my camera immediately towards it. And then another thing is, you'll notice how far I am and how I'm like always strafing during this. You don't want to be close to these because for some reason they don't turn uniformly. If you're close to them, they'll turn slow, and if they ever turn slow, it doesn't matter. Even if you're facing them directly, it won't hit you. And it will hit you and you'll just die. So you'll see I always make sure I get some distance. You can already see I'm strafing to the side because I know this one is coming up soon, so I want to get distance from that. So you'll see I do that there. I know this one's coming up next, so I'm strafing to the left. Face it, even that is sketchy, how close I am right now. Like, I've been killed facing directly at these before, at this distance. But that's my general approach. And then I immediately turn my UI back on because Nexus Dagger is coming up almost immediately afterwards. And then, also because, again, I have my UI off, I don't know what my health is. And you'll notice on the later massacres, sometimes you'll be kind of low coming out of that, which is why like sometimes I'll eat the potions during it if I feel that I might be low going into it, or if I don't have a lot of damage going into it to leech. But this one was fine, so I'm just gonna like get 2 of the medicines just to get the hot rolling. I shouldn't have picked that up, that was a mistake. I think I realize it though because I don't see any pots down, so I'll probably blur. Yep, I blurred here. And as far as darkness and netherwalk go, you just want to save those really for any time you don't have blur or sigil of spite, if you mess up or anything, because for the later sets, again, we don't have any stacks right now. For the later sets, it doesn't matter if you have dwarven medicine rolling, you need something else. You need something else every single time. You're not gonna live it unless you're during meta where you can iframe a tick and some melees and just do a lot of damage to leech back. And you'll see probably on the later sets, like we're still in the first cycle. Again, turning this off, strafe, always looking for the next one. This set was really sketchy, honestly. Could have easily died to it. And also, I don't think my mic's picking it up. This is something I started to do because there was no weak auras and I don't have any boss timers or anything. And obviously I have my UI turned off because, oh wait, no, this was before I started doing it actually. So on this kill, I died at 10%, or on this pull, I died at 10% because, I just brain farted and forgot there was one more massacre. I honestly recommend doing this. It sounds stupid. I just count every single mechanic as it happens now when I do the boss. Like for Nexus Daggers, there's 7, so I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 every time they go off, like out loud to myself. I don't know. I'm autistic, so it helps me there, but you know, if it can help you, you know, it just helps you keep you in the rhythm and like remember that, you know, there's still more stuff coming out to dodge. And then for Twilight Massacre, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as they go out, so that I remember, you know, to face them and not die to something fucking dumb. So you'll see, same strategy, I'm just constantly stagger stepping during this, and then she does invoke the shadows, and then she casts Enter the Shadows, so that gives you a little bit of extra time to squeeze some damage there. So even if it's like not optimal, I usually try to squeeze in a little bit of damage, just put everything on CD. And then you'll see again for this intermission, I just turn my UI off again, because it's very fast, and any other like visual noise can make you miss seeing the mechanic. You can cheat, I think they fixed it, though. I know there's a weak aura. I never used the weak aura because I didn't even bother looking for any weak auras that would cheese this. I didn't want to, but I will say that I did occasionally abuse pinging her, because you can ping her on the boss frame, not the actual clones, and it'll show like the general direction she's on in terms of like you know, the side of the room, and that can help like kind of confirm what you already thought, like for tracking her. But for this, I just turn the UI off and follow her manually. Obviously it's very fast, you just have to get the hang of it. turn it back on. I knew where she was. See, I don't use any pings on this one, but I think I do it towards the end, just to be 100% sure. You can see there I kind of messed up. Got a 3-stack already. I'll probably realize it, because yeah, living it without it's pretty bad. So yeah, so I hunt, and I should. Oh, okay, I just blurred. I blurred and sigiled. I sigiled just for damage. I think I just felt like I needed to because I was kind of behind on damage. Again, turn the UI off. Apply the same strategy. Make sure you're getting good distance. Face away. I pick up that pot because I was feeling a little bit low, and I knew I was going to be kind of low on like fury and stuff. Go into it. And yeah, so I'll just kind of skip ahead because this is pretty much like nothing to gain as far as knowledge goes here. So okay, good. So this is a later nether rift. So this is when they really start hurting. So you see, I do what I say there. I get a 3-stack, make sure it's rolling. I kind of wait to see if I need anything here because I feel like I have a good amount of damage because I have nether break or essence break. So I didn't need to blur there. This is a pretty bad set of shadows here. So I'll kind of discuss this can like very easily kill you. This massacre set that I got here. So you see how they're like all kind of on the same side of the screen. This is pretty dangerous because it's very easy to forget that, you know, they spawn on the same area, and it also means that you're eventually going to have one that makes you do a hard rotation. So you see here, facing it, I have to do a straight 90-degree turn. And there you can see I actually turned my UI on early. I hope that I actually realized it there. I don't remember if I actually did or not, but yeah, you can very easily die if you forget that 6-1 is killing you or gonna come. You know, another intermission. Something I do here is because I beam, just to squeeze out a little bit of extra damage, it's not actually back up by the time the intermission finishes, so I wait until the very last second to click on the correct clone to end the intermission, just so that I can I-beam, because obviously if you I-beam at any time during this fight, during a mechanic, you cannot finish the cast before the daggers come out, so you'll just die. So I do that there. Boss timers came out today, and apparently the Nexus dagger timer just starts as soon as the intermission ends, so you will not be able to like get off a perfect I-beam here. You'll see that, and I do the essence break and vengeful retreat there, like I kind of wanted to see if I could squeeze it out, even though I knew I probably couldn't, so I had to actually nether walk that there, because otherwise I was dead. So obviously I nether walk, and you really want to save nether walk for like situations like that, or if you don't have anything during this. So you'll see this is a 4-stack nether rift. I have 3 stacks dwarven medicine, so that's good, but you'll see that despite that anyways, I still have to blur, and I'll sigil a spite, and I had to darkness too, because I just felt super scared. I wasn't sure how much damage it was gonna do there, because I think this is the first time I see a 4-stack, and it does a lot of fucking damage. You'll see I dropped pretty low during that intermission, so I'm just gonna already pick up the pots. Brand throws out a bag of snacks, which is nice. I hunt here, and I see I have meta, so I'm gonna be pretty good on health here, but even still, it's still gonna fucking shred me if you watch here. So I'll do that. I do that as well. Actually, no, that one was pretty chill, just because I had meta. And I think I framed a tick plus melees there. You'll see I'd come out of the intermission, I'm like half health, so it's pretty scary. And again, you can see that the strat with Nexus Dagger, just always do that, just keep moving. So now we're gonna go into, should be my final. Yeah, I think when I killed it, I was at 6 stacks. So you'll get one more intermission past this. You'll get a 6th intermission. Yeah, I'm at 735. My kill was 923, so I definitely get another intermission. But I'm gonna obviously die here on the Twilight Massacre sometime, not on this massacre, but the next set. And you'll see my health here is like very scary. I'm like hovering health pot during this. So here, again, just look at the massacres. But again, you're at high stacks, so these massacres are actually hurting you. I had the Relic of Oldham proc there, so that healed me and kind of helped make up for it, but still hurting quite a bit. I don't have any dwarven medicine here, I don't think. Okay, but they're on the ground, so I'm gonna go pick them up. I think this is actually only got one stack, so you can see here my health's just yo-yoing. I had the health pot there, otherwise I would definitely got brought to 10% and die. And this is where I die, because again, so I wasn't counting here. I didn't see this one in the fog. So I realized I didn't even realize. And yeah, obviously the disappointment there. But yeah, that's like the general approach. Again, you'll get one more set and you just have to play your defenses really well on it, but you'll have meta for the last like cycle, so your health should be honestly pretty easy. I think I killed it on like the first dash of the very first massacre. But yeah, very fun fight, very challenging fight, pretty cool. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was helpful. Jeez.